Welcome back to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, and if you're just joining us, this whole program is dedicated to St. Joseph Center. All the information you need coming up about the bike ride with Joe Snedeker, and of course the telethon and the festival, all that. We're going to give you that information a little bit later. But if you're looking for a reason to get involved with St. Joe's, it could be the program that takes the residents out into the field, literally out into the field. This one, with Mike Kane and his group of workers, we are going to take some residents blueberry picking.
Well, the Dynamic Abilities Program was developed over the past few years to help bridge the gap between therapy services and the direct support professionals, the folks that do the one-to-one care. They have so many things to do. We find that sometimes to fill in the gap for outings, therapy programming that takes a little bit more time, skill, and effort, we provide that service with putting folks in our standing programs or going for walks, and then trying to marry that with a functional task, not just doing a rote task, but going on to something functional and just kind of using that ability to do range of motion where they can reach and maybe pay and interact with the public. So we try to really turn it into something more than just a task to be completed.
The three young ladies that are joining us, residents here at St. Joe's?
They are. They're long-time residents with us. They've grown up with us here. They are Noelle Harris, Karen Scharf, and Sarah Shore.
The farm is a 40-minute ride from the center, and this ride builds up the excitement of the day's events.
First, we got to think of their needs for staying hydrated, sun protection, sunblock. We're going to, have them protected from the elements. Then we want to make sure if we're going, we have to take any medications or prepare to be back in time for their meds. We're going to take a meal along, maybe have a snack as well. There's a picnic grove there that we arranged to be able to go over to that area. Then the transportation, it takes, the staff, we do one-on-one when we go out because our folks need that level of care. So then we need a van that has a lift and capacity, and then just accessibility. How do we get through with their wheelchairs? These three young ladies are predominantly wheelchair dependent, so we have to make sure there's accessibility, and that's can be a challenge when you're doing an outdoor event, but we try to find places that really reach out and cooperate with us on that.
Joel Field owns the Whistle Pig with his wife Stacy. They have made it easier for St. Joe's field trips. So how cool is this? He's adapted it for wheelchairs.
He put a lift on it and really gets our folks out.
So are there a lot of groups that utilize this?
Yeah, actually we do quite a few of these groups like this. We used to lift the folks onto the wagons,
right.
Then we did a ramp. That was messy, so this is for the final thing that just gives them a lot of fun and dignity and not so bad to get them on and off.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to go up.
Nope, we're going to go up. Keep the locks on. We're going up. Go for a ride.
I've never seen this before on a hayride. You guys are amazing.
We saw the need to get them up on the wagons nice and comfortable. And
you installed this yourself, right?
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Go.
All right, head back down.
All right.
When everyone was on board, it was time for a hayride.
Woo, you're going to lose your hat. The wind is blowing your hat off. Woo! You're losing your hat. Hang on to your hat, Karen. Is that what they say? Hang on to your hat and your glasses. They're good. I think we got some potatoes growing here. What do you think? Potatoes? Make mashed potatoes. You like those, right? Yeah, mashed potatoes are good stuff. Yeah. And we're gonna have to try to identify all the vegetables they got growing here. Oh, hang on, we're taking a right.
So just how cool is this? A wheelchair adapted hayride, stimulation of the bouncing and the smells and everything. The owners of the Whistle Pig have laid the carpet for a great day here for the residents of St. Joe's, and I'm like a little kid. Yeah. I'm enjoying. Are we enjoying this or what?
Absolutely.
How about it?
Yeah. You having a good time? Excellent. Yep. What do you think? got the wind, we got the sun, we got the tractor, and now we got the wobbles. You're gonna roll gently along here, Karen? Going back for blueberries? Yeah.
And after a brief ride in the hay, we're here, ready to pick blueberries. Now we're just gonna offload our residents and we're ready to rock and roll. How important is this?
Oh, it's extremely important because, you know, if you're just sitting, you're static, and it doesn't take much to just lose strength, lose ability. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. You might have heard that. So that's completely accurate. So if we keep people moving, we prevent the regression of loss of skill. So really, that's our goal, is to keep their functional abilities as best as be possible.
You don't have to wash these before you want to try some.
Okay.
Different blueberries have different flavors, so you're welcome to help yourselves and find the variety you really like to eat.
So it's all you can eat too?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't say that to a guy that likes blueberries.
Help yourself.
They're gonna weigh you before and after. Yeah.
You do need to make sure they're ripe. You want really deep purple ones. They should roll kind of into your hands. If
Okay.
you're pulling them off, they're not ripe and
They're
they
not
won't
ready.
They'll be a little tart.
The residents also decorated their buckets with Go Joe stickers before picking a few berries.
Today we're going to go explore the outdoors with just enjoy the sensory environment of the sun, the wind, and get some blueberry picking. We have some young ladies who are going to come along with us who may have limited abilities when you first look at them, but we're going to see if we can encourage them to reach out and pick some blueberries. We're going to talk about the blueberries, maybe come back and share them with our other residents, maybe make some blueberry muffins or some blueberry pancakes or something so that everybody can experience. But the girls here will hopefully go out. You can reach on out, these berries, pick them, and put it in, collect them. Can you do that? Pick the blueberries. Blueberries.
Oh, you got a whole
There.
bunch.
Oh.
Nice job.
That's awesome.
All righty.
This is your first blueberry picking
This
adventure?
is.
This is an awesome experience.
This is it. You got it. It's rolling away.
Yeah,
It's a sneaky one.
Get it?
Yeah.
Get these.
It's not gonna waste.
How about these here? These are nice.
Oh, yeah.
You get the blue ones. That's it.
Here we go, Karen. He says as long as it rolls off your finger, rolls onto your hand, those are the best. Right, Karen?
Pick this one. That's a nice big one.
Blueberry.
Yes, go ahead and eat it.
Squish it.
There we go.
Nice.
Mmm.
Delicious.
What do you think? Do you like it?
That smiles.
Yeah. We want to make sure that we can get back into and immerse into our community and showcase what our folks can really do, and not just, they're just maybe here in a wheelchair, that they can get out, enjoy the sun, the wind, and the actual event of blueberry picking and the touch, the feel, the smell, just everything sensory that we may take for granted.
So the smiles on the faces, number one. The fact that they're getting fresh air. The fact that they're not sitting in the same place for hours and hours at a time. Every one of those are a great tribute to the programs at St. Joseph's Center. Now, before we take a break, let me tell you where we're going next. When we come back, we are indeed going to visit with Joe Snedeker in the Weather Center and talk about his ride and about what's going on with the chickens.